Mini-episode 1770 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge Mini-episode 1770, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 6 of the 2024 NFL season, as well as a look at Week 7 of the college football season. We start with our picks right now for the college football playoff. Now, this is not a top 12 ranking, but a projection in the sense that the ACC and Big 12 are guaranteed first-round byes and will likely be in the 3 and 4 spots, and the Group of 5 conference winner will be in there, likely in the 12th spot. Here they are: 1 Texas, 2 Ohio State, 3 Miami, 4 BYU, 5 Oregon, 6 Georgia, 7 Penn State, 8 Pittsburgh, 9 Iowa State, 10 Indiana, 11 Alabama, 12 Navy. For last week's college picks, we are 4-2, and we're 18-12-1 on the season. Here's what we've got this week: Iowa -3 over Washington, Pitt -3.5 over California, Texas -14.5 over Oklahoma, USC +3.5 over Penn State, Ohio -2.5 over Central Michigan, Arizona +3.5 over BYU, Tennessee -14.5 over Florida, and Ohio State -3.5 over Oregon. In the NFL, we're going for our 4th season since 2016 of being profitable, i.e. above 52.4%, picking every game of the season. We came within a few picks of that last year. Last week, we were 7-6-1, 2-1 on the Big Three, and 1-0 on the lock. We're 39-37-2, 6-9, and 3-2 on the season. Here's our top 10 for this week: 1 Kansas City, 2 Minnesota, 3 Detroit, 4 Houston, 5 Baltimore, 6 Washington, 7 Green Bay, 8 Buffalo, 9 Seattle, 10 San Francisco. And this is our bottom 5. 28 Jacksonville, 29 New York Giants, 30 Cleveland, 31 Las Vegas, 32 Carolina. Kansas City, the LA Rams, Miami, and Minnesota are all on the bye. Here's our picks for this week: San Francisco -3.5 over Seattle, Jacksonville +1 over Chicago, Philadelphia -9.5 over Cleveland, Green Bay -5 over Arizona, Indianapolis +2.5 over Tennessee, New England +6.5 over Houston, Washington +6.5 over Baltimore, the LA Chargers -2.5 over Denver, Pittsburgh -3 over Las Vegas, Carolina +6 over Atlanta, and Detroit -3 over Dallas. For our Big Three, it's Tampa Bay -3 over New Orleans, and Buffalo -2.5 over the New York Jets. And in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 6, it's Cincinnati -3.5 over the New York Giants. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy overmanaging. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing, keeping in mind that some may not be playing this week. QB: Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, and C.J. Stroud. Running back: Travis Etienne, Jamar Gibbs, Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, and Kyron Williams. Wide receiver: A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and CeeDee Lamb. Tight end: Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and Sam Laporta. Remember, Our Thursday night game picks and fantasy recommendations are up every week on our Twitter page at the FDH Lounge. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 5 QBs: Kirk Cousins, Jaden Daniels, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, and Kyler Murray. We like 11 running backs: James Conner, J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift, and Javonte Williams. We like 18 wide receivers: Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Chris Godwin, T. Higgins, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Chris Olave, George Pickens, Jaden Reed, Calvin Ridley, Cortland Sutton, Brian Thomas Jr., Jalen Tolbert, Jamison Williams, and Garrett Wilson. And we like 5 tight ends: Brock Bowers, Jake Ferguson, Dalton Kincaid, Trey McBride, and Kyle Pitts. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.